Shaya. In this tutorial we will discuss about method overloading and constructor overloading. So keep watching this video with full concentration. So what is method overloading? One class having same function name but different signature is called method overloading. So here the question that may blink in our mind is, what is signature? Signature may be a return type and be a parameters or parameters data type. So I have already typed the example program. To understand the working of overloaded methods, so you can see that I have created two classes, rectangle, and the second one class is rectangle demo. If you don't know how to create multiple classes in Eclipse, then you can watch my previous tutorial. So in rectangle class I have two overloaded methods. So you can see that these are having same function name set data, but different signature. You can see that here I have no using any type of parameters, and here you can see that I have used int x and int y as a parameter. So this one is called overloaded methods. So you can see in rectangle demo class I have created two objects. So here the question, why I have creating two objects here? Because I have used two overloaded methods. You can see I have used two overloaded methods, so that's why I have created two objects. If you are using three overloaded method, then here you must create three objects. Here using first object, I just call the first function of rectangle class. So you can see that set data and having no parameters. So here in rectangle class the first function is set data having no one parameters. So using object 1 I just call set data function, and using object 2 I just call the second overloaded method. So you can see I have used parameters that are integer type 10 and 7. You can see in the second overloaded method I have used int x and int y. So these values are given here 10 and 7. So here next one is using object 1, only the last one function area function will be called, and using object 2 again area function will be called and print the value on the screen. So object 1 dot area multiply the value of first function L multiply by W, so that is 50, and the second one is that will print on the screen, and second one is ob2 dot area. So using ob2 you can see 10 multiply by 7. So 10 multiply by 7, 70 will print on the screen. Here you can see the output 70, 50 and 70. So you can see 50 and 70, these are output that will be print on the screen. So here the question, if you have more than two overloaded method, then what you do for it? So just I am going to copy this and now here paste this. Now I am going to change its data type of here as double and then A, and change into double B. So here you can see that I am using here double data type, but at the top you can see integer LW. So here L is equal to A and W is equal to B, but L and W is integer data type here, and here A and B will be double. So change into double data type, double, and then here some scroll down, and here you can see that LW will also be double, and here change into double, and now save this program, and now come into the second class and here declare three objects. So I'm going to declare three objects. So you can see that in rectangle class I have used 3 overloaded methods. So you can see that set data 1, 2 and 3. So that's why I have created 3 objects. So just again copy this and now paste here and change into OB3, and here I am going to change 5.5 and 6.7. So here I am going to copy this and paste again and change into OB3 dot area. So save this program and I am going to compile and run. And so you can see that 50.0, because I am changing data type integer to double. So 50.0, 70.0, 36.85. So you can see that how we can handle method overloading. So the next one is constructor overloading. So you must know what is constructor. Constructor is just like a function, but its name is just like as class name. So you can see that here the class name is rectangle. So I am going to change its constructor. So constructor having no return type, so change into constructor. So you can see that this become constructor. So constructor having no return type, but it may consist parameters. So here I am not using any type of parameter, and here again change into constructor, and here again change into constructor. So you can see that I have 3 constructor here that are overloaded method. So this one is called constructor overloading. So I am going to just save this program and now come into the second class, rectangle demo. So in rectangle class here I have created 3 overloaded constructor. So that's why I have created 3 objects. So if you are creating more than 3 constructor, then create more than 3 objects. So guys, here you can see the first one constructor having no parameter. So in rectangle class, so you can see that first one constructor having no parameters value, but the second one constructor having integer data type. So here I am going to copy this value and paste here. Here in the third one constructor I have used double A and double B. So I am going to just copy this value and paste here. So there is no need of set data, so just delete this and here save this program and now just compile and run. So you can see that 3 values will be printed on the screen. So that one is called constructor overloading, and that's how we can handle constructor overloading. So I hope this my video will really help you. If you like the video, then click on like button, subscribe button and share button. If you have any queries and comments below, I will see you guys in the next video. Allah Hafiz.